Who, influenced by whom, said what, when Y asked if an iconoclast could shake his faith in justified true belief? What, a historic postmodern chiefly concerned with critique in the well-trodden halls of Kantian learning, piqued at the sermon called to champion faculties, categories and form? Well, why? You can adhere to your washy definition or delve a little deeper with inquisitive cognition. For example, consider this knowledge by which you're enthralled. How do you think one comes to have any at all? Whom? He shrugged and prompted who to nudge what, interjected with an advocacy of Cartesian thought. It's not the nature of knowledge you must worry about, for all becomes clear when one relentlessly doubts the empirical, anecdotal, and all evidence besides. For a waking dream, unreliable eyes of that deceiving demon who always lies conspire entirely to entice falsehoods, impugn all that can be impugned, and fly in the face of the empiricist Hume. The profundity that makes this a parable, cogito ergo sum's, infallible. Suddenly, looking swiftly to and fro, with rising voice and cheeks aglow, he blurted out, "And of course, as a devout man, I understand this is proof the benevolent God is real. In fact, one finds him mediating in the pineal between the mind-matter interactions. Clearly nature's two determinable factions. Though those ideas are somewhat incoherent, I'm sure they'll spark no lasting future debate." Who, finally rearing his head, folded up his horoscopes and curtly said, "Find the lid for that can of worms. It's the problem of knowledge with which the young Frau's concerned. Hence, Herr Jung's exposition must be heard. You see, why? Thus far no one has taken into consideration the uncomfortable data, aberrations that must be addressed to fruit valid results to such inquests. Knowledge, lo, is more complex than it seems, for it can be imparted to us in the form of oracular dreams, which when realized at some future date quash any presuppositions of universal interaction states. Yes, why? I'm saying causality is flawed as the sole mechanism of events, and therefore is a system that must be dispensed of in favor of my quadrant of synchronistic space-time indestructible energy cause. Using this tool and foregoing natural laws, we could finally realize a quantifiable inception of method in the irrefutably documented extrasensory perception. That these chance occurrings are mathematically impossible is irrevocably true. Just think about the plum pudding in one Monsieur Fortgebu." Why, wincing slightly and thoroughly confused, later recalled the conversation as he warily perused sprawling, alphabetized ranks and rows of cogent, weighty, ontological tomes. Still agog, but somewhat fraught, he questioned the value of this odyssey into thought, but gritting his teeth, and with renewed conviction, he shelved the metaphysics and checked out some fiction.